Good morning. Today's my topic is the linear equalization, and myself Richa Kumari, and I want to present this. For equalization, it is a process of remove ISI and noise effect from the channel. It's located at the receiver end of the channel, and the goal of equalization is to mitigate the effect of ISI, and this must be balanced so that in the process of removing ISI, the noise power in the received signal is not enhanced. And it is the history of equalization, and basically it is invented in 1967, and in 1967 it is manually adjusted equalization, and the knob on the front panel to a zero of null meter in 1960s. And when the adaptive modulation is invented, then the focus on the adaptation algorithm that did not require the multiplication. In 1970s, when modem was introduced, then the fast training algorithm for multi-point and the half duplex application. In even 1983, the trellis coded modulation are introduced. In 1985, adaptive bandwidth model of the multi-carrier types are introduced. In 1919, combined equal multi-dimension TCM and the shaping message trading processing. And here is we have a one block diagram for a type of equalizer. And in equalizer there is two type, linear and non-linear. In linear there is also two type. One is a ZFE, zero phasing equalization, and MMSE, minimum mean square error equalization. And in non-linear there is a DFE and ML symbol detector and MLSE. And when we talk about the linear equalization and non-linear equalization, in linear equalization, no feedback path to adapt the equalizer. The equalizer is linear, and the linear technique are generally the simplest to implement and to understand conceptually. However, linear equalization technique typically suffer from the noise enhancement on the frequency selective fading channel, and are therefore not used in the most wireless application. And non-linear equalization feedback to change the subsequent output of the equalizer. The equalization in non-linear. Among the non-linear equalization technique, decision feedback DFE is the most common since it's fairly simple to implement and does not suffer from the noise enhancement. And when talk about the linear equalization, a linear equalization minimizes the error between the received symbol and the transmitted symbol without enhancing the noise. Although the linear equalization perform better, but its performance is not enough for the channel with the sub ISI. An obvious choice of channels with the sub ISI is a non-linear equalization. It is one of block diagram of linear equalization. When we send a signal xn, and there is an adaptive filter between them, when we get the uh, output hdn. There is a two type of linear equalization. One is a zero forcing equalizer, and other is a MMSE equalizer. In zero forcing equalizer, design Z so that the ISI is totally removed. In minimum mean square error equalization, design EZ to minimize the mean square error. And here MSC means summation of k epsilon square is equal to summation of ck minus ck task whole square. In zero forcing equalizer, there is a one transmitter and one receiver. At the transmitter side we have a modulator and the channel, and on the receiver side we have a equalizer, demodulator, and the decision device. And here is the uh, here is the basically signal which we get from a signal from input to output is the information signal, channel signal, noise signal, and the equalizer, and the information and the noise we get last. In zero forcing equalizer, in we have a transfer function of equalizer HF, and the simply way to remove the ISI is to setting a transfer function inverse of it, and here H of F is equal to 1 by CF. There is known as a zero forcing equalizer. Basically, it applies the inverse frequency response of the channel to receive a signal. And in this ZF equalizer has a tap coefficient W, which are chosen to minimize the peak distortion of the equalizer channel, and it defined as this equation. In a minimum mean square error equalizer is the goal to equalize the design to minimize the average mean square error between the transmitter symbol decay and its estimate the decay not at the output of the equalizer. We want to find the Wi to minimize the estimate of decay minus decay not. Since we are dealing with the linear equalizer, the equalizer output decay is a linear combination of the input sample. And here is the block diagram of a linear MMSC equalizer. In we have a equalization channel with the pulse shape and the ISI channel, and at the we have in this we have also a match filter, and at the output we get the decay not as in this. First of all, in the MMS equalizer we have first of all the idea of infinite length MMS equalizer cancel out the noise whistling filter, and second, the infinite length equalizer is identical for the ZF filter except for the noise term NO. So in the absence of noise, the two equalizers are equivalent. And finally, this ideal equalizer design clearly show a balance between the inverting the channel and the noise enhancement. And here is a research from basically in 2020 and 2021 for in a linear equalization. First is the finite alphabet MMSC equalization for all digital massive MU millimeter. In this wave communication in the paper, we propose a finite alphabet equalization. In second, we have a low complexity equalization for the video broadcasting in the cyber physical society system through the handheld mobile device. And in last is a multi-gigabit transceiver for optical data communication from the standardized perspective. And in this we have advantage of linear equalization. It is optimal approximation for the channel once the calculated could fit the equalizer taps. And its disadvantage is heavy processing and not adaptive from every channels. And here is the application of linear equalization. It's used for noise cancellation, hand-free earphone, and aircraft headphones. Thank you. That's all.